Greetings and happy day. It's Dr. Cherry. I am here today to really talk with you. I wrote this letter on LinkedIn, a love letter, and 659 views, literally about 50 in-mails. So I said that today I'm going to take a moment and help you understand where to start. Because after doing I don't want to say I did a thematic analysis. I didn't do actual research, but I was scanning, and the context is that most people are saying, I don't know where to start. And it's not even funny. One of my colleagues called me today and told me that they gave her a computer to teach her about a computer. Yeah, go figure. So I know depending on your generation, some of us are high touch. We need high touch. We appreciate high touch. We still like kind of instructor led training. And that's what's going to be helpful for you to take this leap into AI. So what I want to do is first introduce you to one of my board members. And the first one that you're going to meet today is Claude. Claude is the president of the board, and he is the one that I use the most often. So we're going to start with Claude. I use Claude, I use Gemini, I use ChatGPT, and I also use Grok. Many people use Perplexity. I have I don't use Perplexity that much, but I will talk to you about the different ones that I use. I use Notebook LM. I use so many tools. And I'm going to break these things down and make it really simple. But the first thing, if some of you are getting stuck opening it, let's start there. All right. We're going to start at the beginning because I think that that's the most important place to start. So the first thing is, let's just imagine that you needed to plan a team meeting. And so you go here, and let's be clear, for those of you who don't know, I am neurodivergent, I am dyslexic. And so the words don't always come out right. But the beautiful thing is that the president of my board here, Claude, always knows what I'm saying. So we're going to do help me plan a team meeting. And all we need to do is type this into the AI system. And so this is a large language model. You don't really need to know all that, but it's helpful to know. It is an AI chat bot. Claude, Grok, Chat, they're all pretty much, they do the same thing. They just have something different behind them. Claude is by far my absolute, and that's why he's the president of the board. So once you type that in, you're just going to in right here and just let it go and see what happens. And then you will get a response. And what Claude does that is different from most bots, and I think what I can also do very quickly for you is Claude is going to ask you what type of meeting. Do you want a project kickoff? You want a status meeting, problem solving, team building? That's the way that Claude operates. And I'm going to go and show you how ChatGPT is going to respond and with the same kind of question. So help me plan a team meeting. And ChatGPT is just going to start jumping in, and it's going to tell you exactly how to plan a team meeting. What the challenge with this is that you don't have the specifics. They don't know what type of team meeting you're having. They just, Chat is so willing to help you. And if you're a critical thinker, it's important to know that because Chat is going to go out of his way to make you right. And you have to train your model. You have to think of your model as a puppy that you are literally grooming to be in the best dog show ever. And so you got to give it that tough love. You got to ask it to challenge you. You got to make sure that you're training it properly. And so that's what would happen if you put this in ChatGPT. And the thing about this is that, again, it's a very generic answer. That's what you're getting. And when you're thinking about a generic answer, what you want to do, because most people do use ChatGPT, is you want to, start or have an acronym, something like CLEAR. And with CLEAR, the first thing that you want to do is think about context. You want to think about the length. You want to think about the expertise, the action, and the refinement. And so you want to make sure that you are saying to the chatbot what it needs to give you the full amount of information that is going to be helpful. And that's what you're going to do. So if you looked at that first time we put it in, it was really short. It was just a one-liner. And then we got this long response. But this time we're going to say I'm a department head, mid-sized healthcare company. I need 60-minute quarterly planning for a team of 12. Give me a meeting agenda, time blocks, and then you go on and you tell it more and more specific information. And based on that, you also tell it your tone. And so each piece of context is that's what you're giving it: the context, the length, the expertise, the action, and the refinement. Like, how do you want it? And so then you hit again the return, and you start to see what you will get from, again, the beautiful distinction that I wanted you to see immediately with the president of my board is he did not let me get that far. He was about to go down this route for me. So he is already trained in kind of a clear model, like, let me help you get clear on what's needed. And so now you can see that it's giving me more specific information that might be helpful for what it is that I am doing at that time. And so I told it who I am, what the situation is. I gave it the length. I let it know to who it needed to be for me. So, right, like an experienced facilitator, I asked it for specific deliverables for the agenda and all of those different things. And the refinement is kind of the tone. How do I want you to talk to me? And I giggle because I have different models. Grok, who is the X model, Grok will use some really nice words, and I like that because it has a different tone to it. But I think that it's really important for you to just start to see that you can have any question. You can just kind of put it out there, but as you work through your prompts, it will allow you to get better information. And that is the difference in being a thought leader, which that's what you are. You're bringing your expertise. You are the thought leader to the thought partner. And my model that I created was the expert collaborator. You're the expert, and the tool is collaborating with you. And to me, this is what builds your AI EXQ, your AI executive intelligence, which is AIQ plus EXQ put together. And that's like a whole brain and a whole heart, because AIQ, that's how you use the tools effectively and efficiently. But EXQ, that's you. That's your expertise, and that's what you're bringing, whether you're a physician, a lawyer, an HR, a coach, whatever. And so that's what it is. That's what we have. So I hope this is helpful to you, and I will continue because we gotta. This is the place that we're going down this road. We're going in.